The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Joey Bosa racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Looking to throw is Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 6-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second and 9 now. Green brings it in. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. That one good for 13 and a Charger 1st.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run with Crowell.
You ain't doing nothing today.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
2nd and 3. And that's complete. It's Green here. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The first carry for Josh Adams. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Frank Clark make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least 1 home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for second down.
Yellow. Let's go, 57 colors.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Gets this one to Hill. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Yellow.
All day, just like that.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. He's got his man. That's Hardman. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Mahomes now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. As his guys are in for 6. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game. And typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Now a play fake here on first down. And an alley to run. Matthews, the intended target. Certainly not what he was hoping for. For Charles, that's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Yellow.
Mahomes now to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Derwin James, the all-pro safety, is a rookie there to knock it away.
Quick hands that time to knock that one away. It sure looked like a short touchdown, but able to get a good break on the football and force the incompletion.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Joey Bosa, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the left hash, this from 37. And the kick by Butker is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Charger drive about to get going. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Single.
A first throw here for the backup, Taylor. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. On 2nd down now. Crowell, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Here's Taylor. He's got Green. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Taylor hit. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now it's the backup, Rivers. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. If they needed a break, they needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away, now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Jimmy Moreland there on the stop. On 2nd and 7, Taylor. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
And attempted a deep ball there, they didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. You go tight.
They go play action with Taylor. Taylor hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. No move to pull the offense. Taylor's going to go for it. They'll indeed go for it. It's Taylor. And he hits his man, Matthews. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Crowell. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Taylor, quick slant, caught by Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. 81. By 56. By 56.
They'll run on first down. Crowell. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Hate to say it, but that play typifies what we've seen from this offense all game long.
Yeah, don't you think maybe you flip over your play sheet as the offensive coordinator and see the side that says try something different? Because this has not worked all game long. They continue to try and get it done. They've got to...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. He was looking for Matthews that time. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Rivers. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it'll be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
On first down, Crowell. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now Taylor down around his goal line. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Taylor. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
56, Mike, 56.
Taylor. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Taylor. And this is going to be incomplete. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Here's Ty Long now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. 51 yards on the punt there. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Red!
Play fake. Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Denzel Perryman. Gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. The Chiefs on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Rivers. They'll roll him out right. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Meanwhile, a throw by Taylor is incomplete. Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
To throw again, Taylor. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Crowell. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. It's a first down following a gain of 3. They keep it with Crowell on first. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
From the 27, Taylor. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
A throw over the middle taken in. It's a gain of 11 and a first down L.A. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On first down, this is Adams. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 9.
Again, here's Adams. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 44-yard line. Taylor will throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Armani Watts. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Mostert takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Cluster right. General West.
From the gun, Rivers. That one complete to Hill. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Rivers to throw it. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The Charger drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Play action. Now Taylor. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Anthony Hitchens able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. They're going on 4th down. It's Taylor. He's going to let it fly. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 47. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And picked up by the Chargers. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
On the run, it's Crowell. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. From the 44, Taylor, pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. 3rd and long, Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. And Taylor to throw. He's got it to Matthews, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Taylor now 8 of 17 so far, so under 50%, but he's got a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. Flushed out right, and now he's going to use his legs. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the set. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit.
Let's get it.
Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And it's 17-7. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And the Chiefs have got it. And with that, they should have a victory as well. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
180! 180!
They gonna need some therapy after this.
Cluster! Get out!
This is Mostert. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay,